Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. Today, we're going to dive into the metaphysical substrate of one of my debates with Dr. Dawkins, who insists on being called Richard. But I refuse to bow down to his Marxist opinions and desires and his postmodernist beliefs. Anyway, let's get into this shit.
The dragon fight story is explore the dangerous unknown, discover the treasure that revitalizes the community.
Except for how many fucking thousands of dragon stories have been told? Yeah, but the metaphorical substrate underlying the dragon. Bro, sometimes a cigar's just a cigar. Yeah? Well, sometimes it's a big brown dick. Bro, sometimes a dragon's just a fucking badass lizard on the screen. Get over it.
There's no difference between that and the science that you practice.
That's right. That's right. The dragon story is exactly the same as a chemist working up a series of cultures in the lab and injecting certain liquids into them to get a chemical reaction, of course, identical to the fire-breathing predator with flight that represents the inner Jungian darkness. Like the fucking darkness lurking in me right now, you son of a whore. Looking at me across the table like you fucking want a piece of J.B. Pete's. You don't want to step to this, Dawkins, you son of a fuck. Get him, Jordan.
They're the same thing.
What do you think of that,
It's the
Richard?
same story.
I don't know what to make of that. I mean,
Yeah, wrecked. Richard's wrecked. Look at ya. Look at this. Oh, we know you're a scientist. You don't have to have the DNA strand on your fucking tie. Actually, you know, I've had one of my signature changes of heart right here, right now. First of all, cute. Second of all, look at this cheeky look on his face. He's going, I'll let you hang yourself. I'll just sit here and barely talk and you go fucking nuts. And that'll do the damage. And last of all, repping this level of crooked teeth, I back that. It says, it's giving, I'm flawed, and I don't care. Plus, this little wisp here is doing it for me. I forgot what they were talking about. Let's go.
you say they're the same story. You analogized the dragon fight to
Well, how many
fighting
dragons have you
Satan.
overcome in your life?
I'm not interested.
Can you imagine doing that to someone? You take a reference, the dragon. You analogize it, as Richard says, and torture its meaning, like Jordan does with everything, to the point where it can apply to everything, and then you fucking lurch over the table at him. Well, how many dragons have you slayed in your life? So long as you fit the parameters of the definition I just created. And can I just say this? This sock colour with this shoe colour with this... Fucking Alex, mate, you and I have a very tortured relationship. And I'll never get a... You know what? Boys, I'm sorry. You know, a lot of people on YouTube, they watch debates because they want to learn about the epistemological premise and foundation. I'm of a different flavour. I love debates, but it's for the spectacle. Do you ever sit there and watch a debate and go, no, I'm listening to both sides? Wrong. If you said that, you're lying. You want to see your side score points. Now, this is an unforgivable sin. The only thing that doesn't condemn him straight to bloody hell is that I can't see his gross old man leg. I was doing another video where Andrew Schultz's partial leg was there. It's like, oi, cunt. wear pants that fit like this absolute rock star here. All right, I'll do me best. Holy fuck, there's dinosaurs out the back hunting each other, displaying the ancient dance of predator and prey. Woo! Look at this bastard. Yeah, go on. What sort of dragons have you fought? Yeah? You got some sort of sexually repressed confession you want to reveal? And then I can pathologize it and psychologize it. Because I was a clinical psychologist before they stole my practice. I lashed out at Twitter. I told Twitter right to its fucking digital face. I said, I'd rather die than delete my tweet about Ellen Page and her lobbing her tits off and such. All right, fuck me.
Interested in dragons. I'm interested in reality.
Woo!
Okay, so let's.
Whoa! Fucking watch this. Watch this. He's sitting there calm. Or is he?
Have you overcome in your life?
I'm not interested in dragons. I'm interested in reality.
Okay, so let's. Okay, so I read a book a while back that described the biological reality of the dragon.
The biological reality of the dragon. By the way, Richard has said 3 fucking words. I'll set you up with a preamble so long that you'll give up on pushing back. Now I pose you a question. Yeah, well, I don't really... By the way, if this is not... Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. 'Cause the sulfide's in my drink of me. Oh, shit. What's it say on his suit? He's got one of those fuck you suits that McGregor wore ages ago. Can anyone read this? I'm going to choose to say it says... Michaela, break out the red panties, sweetheart, daddy's coming home. Nothing sus implied there. Fuck me. Sorry, allegedly, just joking. It's a fucking joke. Settle down.
Say, well, there's no such thing as a dragon. It's like, okay, is there such a thing as a predator?
Of course.
Well, that's a meta category. What's the category of predator? Bear, eagle, if you're a primate. Fire? Is fire a predator?
No.
Well, it's complicated because a fire kills you.
Cancer kills you. Is that a predator? Well, if you torture it out long enough, yes. Falling out of a plane will kill you. Is the space between the plane and the ground a predator? Well, in a certain sense, gravity is preying on all of us. You know, sometimes you're washing yourself. You're fresh out of the shower. Your towel hits the floor. That's gravity derobing you to reveal your nakedity to the world. Where gravity's hideous predatory eyes start looming over your body as it's sensually... All right, fuck.
Okay, so is there a worse predator than serpentine, flying, fire-breathing reptile?
Yeah, mammalian, grounded, acid-breathing rapist. There you go. Checkmate, fuckhead.
Is that not the imagistic equivalent of predator? So in what way, if...
Here's the question, though. Why, cunt? Why? Why go to that length?
Predator is real, in what way isn't dragon real? It doesn't take that much imagination.
Well, one exists, like you said. Bear, cheetah, mongoose. They can be viewed with your eyes. Dragons can't. Yeah, but the metaphor, fuck up. Go drink some apple cider vinegar, you fucking weirdo.
To see the identity, and then wouldn't the fundamental task of edible primates be to figure out how to overcome the dragon forever?
I don't know why you say dragon. I mean, we have lions, we have tigers, we have saber-tooths, we have
Why not
tyrannosaurs
abstract?
out there.
Right, but why not?
Fucking just simple fucking question, 2 words before Jordan has a fucking brain aneurysm again, and it wrecks you. Seriously, all you religious people out there, I fucking love yous. Well, not all yous. I basically only like Catholicism because of the aesthetic and everything. Fuck, I was going to go into a big detour about the history of the Catholic Church and the beauty and the incorporation of the ancient pagan imagery into the Christ-like nature. But the atheist argument against religion, it has to be the most devastating one, doesn't it? Not saying you can prove God's real and all that shit. Yeah. But when you watch religious people debate each other like the Trinity versus Unitarianism and everything, the atheist argument is king, whether it's true or not. Boom. Fuck, I've taken a stance. I take it back. I'm a Mormon. Joseph Smith spoke to me last night.
Abstract, because it's for the same reason that we have the term predator. Like we have the term bear, lion, Komodo dragon. Well, you make an amalgamation, you say, well, the relevant set of features is an image. Well, what's the image? Predator as such. What's the image of that? The dragon that never disappears. And then there's a twist on that, which is so cool. It's so interesting because
only if you make it up, it like doesn't exist, this little token of wisdom, but you've invented it, so now it's cool. Oh, you might miss it if you're not insane, clinically and diagnosably mental, like me.
You can imagine rabbit mythology, which would be something like predator appears, freeze. But that's not the human story. The human story is
rabbit mythology, fuck yeah.
Predator appears, there's a treasure somewhere. Right, that's a completely different.
How is that the human mythology? Predator appears, there must be a treasure somewhere. Man, have we come too far from our primate origins? Wasn't it predator appear, fight or flight, run until we devise a way to kill it and then enslave it and have dominion over its environment? And that's how we got here. It's like if you give humans enough time, we'll just fucking invent whatever we want mentally, psychologically.
Pathway of evolutionary significance, like the way that we construe the world isn't freeze like predator. It's like, oh, there's a predator. Maybe there's something valuable lurking in our
Look at this body language, laid back, hand on chin, going, why did I do this? Foot on glass thingy, chilled. This is the weirdest posture I've ever seen in me fucking life. Sorry I'm doing this. Well, I'm actually not sorry. But he goes so hard in the paint, I start getting distracted by, like, Alex's freakish posture here. Whenever a bloke crosses his legs like this, do you ever, like, picture how severe his balls are smushed? Like, his little willy is flattened out like a piece of Play-Doh up against his leg, and one of his balls is, like, up, and the other one's poking like, it's a whole mess. That's the real question here. Poor cunt.
Conflict with it. You know, our sticks and our spears that enable our fragile bodies to stand up against the dragons of the world.
So a dragon is a pictorial representation of the abstracted concept of a predator.
Yes.
As you say, we already have the term predator. And so it might be useful in art, in narrative, I mean, you can't paint an abstraction.
We had the image way before we had the word.
Sure, okay.
But that's a seriously important thing to understand.
But now we have the word. We have the word predator. And maybe if we were doing art, maybe if we were all going to sort of draw a picture or tell a story, and we wanted to invent a story to give our children a good moral message, we might invent this dragon or use this dragon as...
Well, we do, always. We
Sure.
do it continually.
Exactly, we do.
We do it with Harry Potter.
This cunt fucking interrupts more than I do.
We do it with the Lord of the Rings. We do it with the event.
Fuck, there he goes. He's jumped forwards.
But when
Like,
you
there's
say...
no escaping from
But
it.
when you...
Did you see that little smile old Doc over here gave him? He's loving this. I saw this when it came out. I always go back and watch me favourite debates over and over again. I watch them like they're fucking sitcoms. But this whole debate, Richard essentially just sits there. He basically slides a metaphorical knife across the table and lets this guy stab himself to death with it. Oh, Jordan, we love you. We miss you, by the way. I hope the mold in your house hasn't allowed all the demons to come in and get you.
You say the biology of a dragon. You must understand how that can be misleading as to the...
It's fucking retarded because he took his metaphor and he used the word biological. Mate, for the amount of sheer sooking and crying you did over the postmodernists, you have tortured language in your career, eviscerated it, molested it, pinned it down, lifted its little skirt up, and language was going, no, I've already got meaning attached to me, please. He's going, you'll sit there and fucking take it. You shouldn't have been dressed so provocatively, not Urban Dictionary, Oxford, Webster. I'm here now to redefine what consent is in this. All right, I'm fucked. All right, I'm sorry.
The enterprise that you're engaging in, because we're talking here about narrative, we're talking here about art, we're talking here about representations in literature.
I don't think the category of dragon is any less valid than the category of lion.
Any less biological?
Well, it depends on your level of analysis. We have the term predator, which implies that all predators have something in common, because otherwise we wouldn't have the term. It's like there's no reason to assume ontological priority for the category of lion over the category of predator. Like it depends on all that would determine which of those terms should be used is the purpose towards which the conceptualization is being directed.
What in the fuck is wrong with you, Khan? There's no reason that ontologically that the lion should subsume the relevance over a predator. Fuck, bro. It's a metaphor. Speak plainly is one of my 12 rules for life.
If you want to identify a particular class of predator, well, then lion is a good...
He's fascinated. He's now finally moved. You know, he's gotten off of... He's been hanging out with the Grim Reaper on death's doorstep for this convo. He's leaned forward now. He is studying you. Oh, I'm the psychologist. I'm analyzing both of them and their presuppositions. This is the biologist watching an entity try to become more than it is. That's what's happening here.
term.
You would say that lions are an instantiation of this bracket term of predator.
Well, I would also say...
Would you therefore say that a lion is an instantiation of the bracket term of dragon?
Yes.
Just like the rat when it's hunting its food. A much smaller, furrier dragon.
Yes, because, see, because we're not only fact-oriented creatures, right? It actually matters to us whether we get eaten. Like it's one thing to lay out the nomenclature of the animal kingdom, but it's another thing to remember that predators can eat you. And then it's another thing, and this is very interesting, and it's relevant to that story of the bronze serpent. It's like, what do we want to teach our children? Well, to identify predators, obviously. Well, what do we want to teach them more profoundly? What attitude they should take towards the eternal fact of the predator.
This is evolution gone wrong.
And the attitude they should take is something like the courage to voluntarily confront.
And it's like when Richard talks about Jordan outside of this interview when he's asked about him. It's like, dude, he talks about the power of storytelling and metaphor. Everyone grants that. Everyone on earth grants it. Whether explicitly or implicitly. You watch a movie, you're moved by it. It was a fucking narrative. It might have taught you some moral thing. See how easy it is to just say the thing? No! Listen to me! Listen to me unravel and start losing my fucking mind in front of you!
And not to run away, and not to hide, and not to freeze, and not to casually demonize, but to assume that in the combat with the eternal predator, an eternal treasure might be found. And that's exactly what you do, whether you know it or not, when you teach a child to be courageous. And we know from the psychological literature, that generalizes. And I
This proves psychology is a racket. It's not, nah, I'm now against psychology. It's 80% women, and the guys who, the fucking blokes who were in it are this. And even you're guilty. I'm blaming Alex. This is this is your fault, you little twerp. Look at ya. And get rid of that mustache, mate. Fuck, nah, actually keep it. It's very cute. This is the guy here. We're all backing him. Till he gets asked about fucking war or something. Then he's like, oh, yes, destroy them all. Yes.
do think it's identical
Which I agree with. Kill them all.
with the mechanism of learning in human beings, because kids, us, we always learn on the edge. You know, in your own life, you know, and I don't.
How? We got to track down Jordan. A, find out if he's alive. And B, you have to protect him. He is losing it, bro.
I don't want to be presumptuous, but no doubt there have been situations where you've been battling to have your ideas distributed, even to modify your own conceptions when you had something new to learn. That's a sacrifice. You have to kill your stupidity so that you can move forward. That's what happens in the story of Abraham, by the way, when he makes sequential sacrifices. So in the story of Abraham, you tell me what you think about this, because it staggered me.
Bro, what is happening? And I've seen this. I haven't seen it in like nearly a year, but fuck, brother. Look at this face. This is a face that has never known contentment or simple happiness. Yeah, because the pursuit of happiness, like, he just drives himself insane. I would not be surprised if there's something ill, something a little untoward happening in here. Not in an insulting way, in like a medically fascinating way. I get it, man. Like, I'm a talker. You've clicked on this video. No one watches this channel. It doesn't even exist. But I like talking too. But fuck, man, have a bit of fun with it. Crack a smile. Have a joke.
When I understood it, Abraham is a protected person.
Remember, dragons is what kicked this off.
He doesn't have to lift a finger. He lives in the socialist utopia. He's got everything delivered hand to mouth. He's at home till he's 70. And God comes to him as the voice of adventure, which is something remarkable.
I love when the voice of adventure comes to you and says, oi, kill your kid, or you don't love me.
To see.
That is adventure.
And says, you leave your zone of comfort and go out into the world. Have your terrible adventure. And Abraham says yes. And then a series of cataclysms occurs around him, just like it does in every adventurous life. And every time an episode concludes, he makes a sacrifice. Why? To get rid of what's stupid and old about him, so that he can progress and transform. And that happens to such a degree that he gets a new name, which means he's changed so dramatically he's not even the person he used to be. And that's a consequence of following that adventurous pathway. And that's all coded in the story.
I think we just have to agree that we have different kinds of minds, and you're interested in symbols and I'm interested in facts.
Boom. True. Very fucking true.
I mean, let's take predators. I mean, predators, I'm fascinated by predators. Predators are, the relationship between predators and prey is an arms race, an evolutionary arms race. And whenever you see a really complicated, beautifully designed piece of biology, what Hume, I think, one of Hume's characters called things that ravish into admiration, all who contemplate them. This is almost certainly the result of an arms race, probably between predators and prey, could be between parasites and hosts. Mm-hmm. And so if we are talking about adaptations to just the climate, woolly rhinoceroses grow hair because it's getting cold. That's relatively boring. Mm-hmm. But when it's an adaptation to a predator, then you...
Let's make a prediction here. Because, yes, I've admitted I've seen this, but I've forgotten what happens after this. He just conceded, look, we've got different minds. We have different values on, and we interpret things differently. And he's just going on a preamble now about, he's sharing how he views the original subject that got brought up. Now, Jordan's way off of Predator. He's into the terrible adventure and the metaphor of learning, you know, how it's represented in the Old Testament and all that usual shit. Ask Jordan if he wants fucking rice with his dinner, and he's talking about the fucking Exodus in the next 10 minutes. Now, Richard is being good faith because he's engaging with the subject. He's conceded, like, look, you're into the symbol part. I can't go there with you because I can acknowledge it, but here's my take on it. Let's see if Jordan can accept that that's where Richard's priority is as a evolutionary biologist, or whether he'll try to, like, enforce and coerce his interpretation or the value that he places on his interpretation to Richard, which would be, in like a disguised polite way, a fucking insult to do to someone. Let's see. What do you reckon, boys? What's the fucking, is it pay, what's it pay? I reckon it's paying $1.20. Or if you're American, what's the over-under on that?
You get an escalation of adaptations by prey, which are countered by predators, which are countered by prey, countered by prey. So you get a gradual escalation. Now, that's interesting. That explains why you have animals that run fast, why they have keen sense organs, why they have teeth, why they have sharp teeth, why they have behavior patterns that either protect them from predators or, if they're predators, help them to catch prey. The idea of the arms race is the thing that grabs me, the arms race between, nothing to do with dragons and mythology.
So fair enough, right? And I share your appreciation for that remarkable, what the remarkable phenomena that emerge in consequence of that. Okay, so let's take the idea of arms race. All right, so...
Yeah, so the Soviet Union, based on their secular and atheistic view of the world, went into an arms race with America, which is clearly founded on Judeo-Christian values, which of course reminds me, in the book of Deuteronomy.
Here's how I would construe what I said in what I think might be your terms.
Okay.
All right. We transformed the battle with the predator into a meme battle. We abstracted it so that we could figure out how to deal not with a predator, but with the class of all possible predators. Right, exactly. And the appropriate way to deal with the class of all possible predators is something like a meta-ethic. It's a stance that, let me give you an example of this. We actually know something about this psychophysiologically. And you can look at it spiritually or physically, and it doesn't matter. So, for example, if you take people in psychotherapy and they're accidentally exposed to something they're afraid of, they have a stress response that's damaging if it's
Get on with it.
sustained, and they become more frightened. But if you expose them to exactly the same stressor, and they do it voluntarily, they manifest an entirely different pattern of psychophysiological activation. Okay, and it's a stance of challenge, right, and not of fear. All right, and so one of the things that you're doing in psychotherapy when you get people to expose themselves to, you could say, predators, because that's an accurate way of dealing with.
Oh, and it's any wonder I start looking at their fucking clothes, the attire. What was he thinking when he chucked this on? Because, mate, you already said it. We know what you're trying to say. You're just going down yet another different way of saying it. Yeah, what you said. But now, here's my, like... You just said it. We took the idea of the predator and we abstracted it, and it became stories that teach. Bang. Done. No! Because here's how you inoculate someone through fear. Fear of me and my reprisal against them. I'll come for you if you don't appreciate my worldview. I'll send out my army of carnivorous Michaela disciples to fucking devour you. Look at this big rock thing behind him. Where do you think that's from? What else can we talk about that isn't what Jordan's talking about? I think these are CDs, 1990s CDs. There. Now we're focused and grounded again.
It is that you get them to shift into a mode of voluntary confrontation instead of prey-like apprehension and retreat. And what they learn from that is that they can embody that pattern, which I would call a spirit metaphysically. They can embody that. They can practice it. It's also the case, there's some evidence that there's epigenetic consequences of that.
His tie is swinging like... Oh, you cunning little menace. This is the eye tug, the muscle under the eye, the vestibular vociferus. That means that he's signaling just hatred. They're probably going to punch on at one point. At least he's not getting preyed upon. He's not in here with Peter. Alex, if you make a gesture at me one last time, I'll have to seduce you. Well, who knows? Maybe I want to mate with Alex's ass. Even though it's biologically impossible to create offspring, you gotta think of the meta ethic. I am not sorry for not paying attention to this.
If you practice that process of voluntary confrontation with the terrible unknown, it can catalyze transformations that reach all the way down into the cellular. And so we abstracted the fight with the predator into the imaginal space. We play out various tactics.
Holy fuck, he's going wild. These hands are going nuts. Eminem's got nothing on this cunt. Yeah, his metaphysical arms are heavy. His biological knees weak. Psychological substrate, spaghetti.
Some of them are conserved and transmitted. They adapt themselves to the
Pure chaos, man. I would fucking hate to be in that head.
Structure of human memory, and they make the foundation for our most fundamental narratives. Look, you know, the
Dude, why are you losing it? Now I'm losing it. See his effect? He's having a fucking, what is that? Symbiotic? It's like a sympathetic psychosis that's got me. Oh, look at him. He's scared. Now he's dragged him in. Oh, no. Oh, Jordan, I beg to differ. Yeah, well, the way you're fluttering your little ass at me, tell you what, you're lucky I don't dive over the table. Make you fucking deal with the dragon.
The reference I made to Harry Potter, the reference I made to The Lord of the Rings, and to the Avengers, these aren't casual references.
Stay away from Lord of the Rings and the Avengers, you fucking psycho. That's my shit. Imagine this cunt getting his hands on Spidey. Like Spidey, he's just a nice hero. He's the heart of the hero is what I call Spidey. Does it all, no matter what. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Well, you stupid assholes aren't thinking about how Spider-Man relates to Exodus 38:14. When Moses... Oh, I can't. Guys, I'm actually getting fucking annoyed. He's fucking getting me, the cunt. Calm, cool, collected. Let's finish it off. We're so close.
You know, we spend most of our computational, high-end computational power generating fictional worlds where we can portray meme battles so that everyone can observe them.
Yes. So Lion...
That's the best! I need to see that again. Psychotic meltdown. Bro, did I not fucking capture it too? A fucking dumb, uneducated cunt like me goes, yeah, we abstracted it and it became storytelling. And it's super meaningful. Bang. Jordan. And after all of that, mate, look at him in the corner here, what I'm making him do. Everyone's look at Alex. Do the philosophy. I just need to see Alex take all that madness in and then cast it aside.
Where we can portray meme battles so that everyone can observe them.
Yes. So lion as genetic, dragon as mimetic. Richard, this concept of the dragon as the abstracted predator as a whole, can we talk meaningfully about the truth in these stories where instead of talking about a predator or this predator or that predator, we're talking about the concept of predators as a whole?
The dragon's a meme.
Yes.
The dragon's a meme.
Yeah.
It's a deep meme.
Oh my God. Boys, we did it. We fucking did it. Wait, what's this video? Dawkins going after Mel Gibson. I can't have that. You didn't fucking do Braveheart. You were studying the fucking nutsack of the antelope while the Gib was out there fighting fake wars. All right, fuck. I am... Holy shit! Over half an hour. Oh, catch you later, motherfuckers.